Now you should have your own copy of this projectile analysis table. We're going to use this table to create a graph of the distance that your catapult throws versus the mass of the counterweight. You're going to eventually get an equation that you're going to use to predict how far the trebuchet will throw with a given mass for the counterweight. The things that you're going to enter are the mass of the pennies. You're going to put more and more pennies, and you need to record that. You're going to need to put the mass of your bucket, everything that holds, that is held on the end of the counterweight arm, the angle that it launches at, how far your counterweight falls, and how far it throws each time, given the amount of pennies, the mass of the pennies you put in. Later we'll talk about how to enter all of those. That will be in a separate video much later on. The mass of the projectile, we're still trying to decide whether it'll be a marshmallow or if it will be a marble like years past. So I will let you know what this value should be. We're going to do some coding here in Google Sheets. This is what it's very useful for, is calculating different things. So the mass of your counterweight, you want to click on this first cell here. Your mass of your counterweight is equal, so notice I clicked up in this box, it is equal to the mass of your bucket, so whatever you're using to hold your pennies, so I clicked on that cell there, plus, the plus button's up by delete, you have to hold down shift and that key, the plus equals key, and that will give you your plus. Plus the mass of the pennies that you put in each time. Now this is a little tricky, is if you don't hard code this, this cell will change each time, this C21. You want it always to reference this cell. To hard code something, you need to put a $ in front of the column. So shift 4 is where the $ is on a keyboard. And you also need to hard code the row number, which in this case is 21. So shift 4 puts a $, hit enter. What you're going to do is click again on that cell, grab this lower right corner, make sure this crosshair symbol comes up, and you're going to click and drag it. This will make the equation distribute for all of these rows. You can test this out by putting fake numbers. Let's say the mass of your counterweight, the mass of the bucket all by itself, is 1/2 kilogram. Hit enter. Let's say that the amount of pennies you put on your first trial is 1 kilogram. Hit the enter button. Notice what this is doing is taking the mass of the pennies, 1, plus the mass of your bucket to give you the total mass of your counterweight. Make sure you get the right number here. I would try out one more. Let's say you added a little more weight. Click on this cell here, hit 2, and enter. That is correct. 0.5 plus 2 kilograms of pennies does equal 2.5 total. In later videos, I'll show you how to calculate these other equations. Please let me know if you have any questions.